Hey guys, this is Pierce, creator of Orders of Terra, and today I've just received the new starter deck, Brave. This is the first starter deck that I've made, and it features a completely new archetype. It's the Brave archetype. Their homeland was burned to the ground by a terrible foe, but the Brave still fight back. The underdogs will always find a way to stand back up. Fight alongside the underdogs with the two all-new card types, counters and commanders, and it includes 15 troops, including 2 commanders, 12 functions, and 3 counters. This is the first product to roll out the 2 new card types, which are counters, which are kind of like functions but can be played in response to a certain action, and commanders, which can either be used as troops or appointed to a commander zone to act as a constant effect on your field. So this is the box, and so this contains 30 cards, which is all you need for a deck, but it comes in a 36 card box, which I guess means if you want to play more than 30 cards, then you can do that. So, and here's the deck's actual contents, and so I'll separate these out into their categories, and then I'll show you the deck profile. Okay guys, we're back. So now I have a deck profile set up. So we're starting off with the troops. So we already have this card in the main set. It's Brave Blader. And so now we have some new cards. Brave Scout, which lets you extra place a token to your opponent's side of the field. The Brave archetype is centered around cards that let you use their effects when your opponent basically has an advantage as per the number of troops that they have. So you'll always want to make sure your opponent has more troops than you so that you're able to activate your effects, even if they're weak tokens, which is what Brave Scout accomplishes. Then we have Brave Defender, Brave Lancer, which lets you search Brave troops, and then a Commander, Brave Marshal, which lets you place extra Brave troops and swarm the field. And then we have +1s. We have 2 Brave Knights, which are also in the normal set. A +2, which is Brave Captain, and then Brave Champion, whose plus is decreased by the number of troops that your opponent controls. Then we have non-archetypal cards, Double Gainer, which is pretty good, Crusher, and Dark Raider. Then we have our second commander, which is Eccentric Warlord, which goes along with the theme of the Brave archetype, Double Slasher. And now we're moving on to the functions. In this set, there are 2 new functions that we printed, which are Brave Reinforcements, which lets you, if your opponent controls more troops than you do, you can add a Brave troop from your deck to your hand. And Infiltration, which lets you place a troop token to your opponent's side of the field. When it leaves the field, when you defeat it, essentially, you can look at 1 random card from your opponent's hand. And then we have a few functions that we have seen before in the main set. Energize, which goes along with the Brave theme again, Life Drain, Final Effort, Lava Pitfall, Seal of Delta, Battle Fury, Exchange to help you draw cards, Triple Pitfall, Reigning Glory, and Worthy Soldier. And so you'll notice that a lot of these cards in this set, for example, Triple Pitfall, Lava Pitfall, and Eccentric Warlord as well, these are meant to weaken your opponent's troops, but not necessarily defeat them, so that even though you're weakening their board, they still have the troops on the board so that you can still activate your Brave troops effects. And then we have 3 cards left, and these are the new counter cards. So here is the activation condition. They can only be activated when they're set to your counter zone. You can have 3 of them set at once. They're typically above and to the left of your troops, near your discard pile. And you can set 1 counter per turn before the end of your turn, right before the end of your turn, during your preparation phase. And this will all be outlined in the new rulebook. Then we have Brave Riposte, which is basically the archetype-specific counter for this deck. Final Ward, which lets you negate a direct attack and draw a card. And then Soulbind, which lets you weaken your opponent's troops, but not necessarily defeat them so that you can still activate your Brave troops effects. And that is the Brave archetype. And so this is a starter deck. It is completely ready to play. It's 30 cards. Also, it comes with a deck box, so you can use this to put your cards in. These are going to be available on the Game Crafter very shortly, along with the new rulebook. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all later. Goodbye.